This is Max, and Max is a student, and he told me that he experienced some sort of loss himself, and we agreed that I would ask him some questions about that experience. So I was wondering, could you tell us a bit more about what you experienced?
Yeah, sure. I've never really experienced losing someone that is really close to me, but when I'm thinking about loss, I did lose myself in a way, and this was a very intense emotion and experience I had, and I did not know who I was, and that came pretty late, this identity crisis where maybe everybody goes through, but for me it was around 18, 19. I came back from an exchange here in the United States, and I was living in a host family, really lovely family, a high school experience, and I had a very good year, and of course it was a different circumstance, but I knew I would return to my old home and pick up my old life again. And then I came back that year, 18, and first months it went really nice. I missed everybody. Everybody was happy again. But at the same time I was feeling that something in me had changed, and and it was really hard to say what it was. But I felt very disconnected from my surrounding, and I couldn't be my old Max anymore, play that old role that I did before, and I lose touch with myself. Yeah.
So, you're telling us you didn't lose a secondary person, but you lost yourself in a way. And were you grieving? Were you grieving what you lost? Or who you lost?
Yeah, when I look back now, I was grieving, and I was very sad that I lost this thing, but it's really hard to point what it was. And I remember that there was one experience when I first noticed it, when it was for real, and that was when I did a presentation for my new group, in my studies, and I used to be a performer a little bit, and making jokes, and improvising, and trust on that, and I remember I had this very big blackout, and I saw all these strange faces looking at me, and it made such a deep cut in me, and a big impression, and I felt really lost, and fighting this feeling of who I went home, and then that's when it started to, who am I, where is this old Max, and I was really resisting that, and I couldn't accept it that I lost that old me, or this, and was it somebody I lost? I think I did change, and I could never come back to this, to the same person that was very cheerful, a little bit naive maybe, but very spontaneous and impulsive, and I became more serious and developed this whole, controlling your feelings with my mind to have some grip. So your question, I was very sad and frustrated and felt disorientated. Yeah.
And is there anything from Niki's story that resonated with you, that she told us about different periods of grieving and somewhat different stages, or maybe the last part, integrative part? Is there anything that resonates with how you felt or feel maybe?
Yeah. I think when she talks about the metaphor of cutting, you have to let go of this feeling, that was for me a really hard thing to do, to cut off, but I did thought that this was my new reality. I had to let go and move on, but I still had this sad feeling and this frustration, and I couldn't, have some space to let that experience be, to be sad, that it's okay to be sad, that it's okay to be lost. And I think if I had that recognition from my surrounding or my recognition from myself that it's okay to feel lost, and that you change, of course, but you can carry on and keep your old memories with you. And maybe I did rituals afterwards. Maybe I could use some ritual to confirm what I'm going through, or maybe to closure this experience, or to have a voice for it, and to have some structure, to hold on to. Because I didn't know. You mentioned the word navigate. Something to navigate with in this experience of loss. Yeah.
Thank you, and I think we all want to know now, how are you doing now? And it's been a couple of years since your experience, and how are you doing?
Well, now I'm doing pretty good, actually. Yeah, I refined myself, and I found some of the old parts of myself, of course, and it did not change totally. But I left also some things when I was young in the past, like, for example, being less naive and spontaneous, and maybe became more serious and sometimes also more sad and realistic and angry about things. But at the same time, I noticed also that, I experience how I deal with these questions that you cannot have an answer immediately, because that's what loss means. It's not solvable with some practices, or with theories, or it's a whole different experience. So I can now experience more space, I think, with coping with this, and when I deal with it. Yeah. If this makes any sense.
It does, and it doesn't, because I think grieving, well, it's not made to make sense.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking about this sort of loss, because experience of loss aren't always losing someone. It can be, in Marx's case, losing yourself, or maybe losing future plans.